Welcome back to this special edition of Before You Vote. And joining us now, Arizona Senator Martha McSally. Senator, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
It's been a whirlwind for you. I've spent so much time watching you crisscross the state. I know that you've been, this is a big race, and the president's been here. The vice president was here on Friday. Arizona is ground zero for the presidency, but your race may actually dictate who controls the Senate.
Yes, our race is ground zero for the Senate majority and the direction of the country. That's why tens of millions of dollars have flown in here because of Chuck Schumer trying to get my opponent to prevail so that they gain power and they ram through their radical left agenda. So look, I've been a fighter for Arizona, Mike. I've been effective of fighting for lower taxes and a strong economy and relief during the pandemic and a secure border and support to our military and putting good judges on the bench. Tied for the most bills signed into law and ranked the sixth most bipartisan senator. But this race at this moment is not about me. This is about our future as a country. It's about the direction of the country. And if you want freedom and opportunity and safety and security, then I'm your girl. Mark Kelly will be the 51st vote for the radical left's agenda, which will fundamentally transform our country and our state. That's what's at stake. So I'm asking everybody for your vote and make sure you get out to vote.
One of the good things about this election is, like never before, we are seeing a very stark contrast between the direction you want to go and Mark Kelly. So there is definitely a stark contrast. Let's start with a couple of those. Border security, you've been endorsed by the Border Patrol. Explain the difference between you on border security and what your opponent wants to do on border security.
Well, I'm a strong supporter of border security. Arizonans want border security. Border security is national security. And the Border Patrol Council that represents 18,000 agents got behind me because they know that. Mark Kelly refused to shake the hand of the vice president of the National Border Patrol Council, and then he lied about it on the debate stage. Mark Kelly supported David Garcia for governor in 2018 with the political organization he's run for the last 10 years. Garcia wanted no border between Arizona and Mexico, which is why he got crushed in the governor's race. There's a lot at stake, everyone. If you don't want the flow of illegal activity and the drugs that are impacting communities and families all over the state, if you want strong border security and a smart modernization of our legal immigration system, then I'm your girl. This is a clear choice. Look, Mark Kelly, if he gets elected, will allow the Democrats to take control. And they've already talked about what their agenda is. It is open borders, and that's not good for America or Arizona.
One of the other things, and watching the political ads, what seems to have been effective for Mark Kelly is the ads saying that you voted to get rid of covering pre-existing conditions in health care. Can you clarify that?
It's a lie. It's a fear tactic all over the country. I will always protect people with pre-existing conditions. Republicans and Democrats agree that will always be the law of the land. But so many people in Arizona, many with pre-existing conditions, can't afford their health insurance under Obamacare. They're attacking me because they've said Obamacare is not working. They agree Obamacare is not working, which is why Mark Kelly supports the government takeover of healthcare. Their plan will lead to a two-step plan to have the government fully take over, which will crush Medicare as we know it. 178 million Americans will lose their on-the-job health insurance. Costs will go up, private practices will close, you'll have less quality, higher taxes, and worse care. That's not what I'm for. I'm for fixing this dysfunctional system, fighting for more options for things like association health plans, where small businesses can band together and compete for health insurance for them and their employees, just like a big business, buying insurance across state lines. I'm leading on efforts to bring down the cost of prescription drugs, which is just skyrocketing because big pharma has been cheating and boxing out competition, and I'm taking them on. I believe we should be able to have health savings accounts from birth and be able to shop around and use pre-tax dollars for deductibles and premiums and other things. We need choices for families for what's best for them in healthcare and health insurance. We don't need the government to take it over. I'm always going to protect pre-existing conditions, and I'm leading on initiatives to bring the cost down and to help people not be trapped on Medicaid as well. I meet so many people who are getting access through Medicaid, but they can't make one more dollar because they can't afford health insurance under Obamacare. Don't be fooled by the fear attack ads. They're not true.
When you look at the economic plan of a Biden administration, $4 trillion in tax cuts or tax increases in over 10 years, and the Trump policy of lower taxes for everyone, when you vote in the Senate on these issues, what's most important to you in an economic plan?
Well, I believe people work hard for their hard-earned money. They should be able to keep more money in their pocket, open a small business, grow it, meet their full potential. A strong economy is important for everybody. And I voted to cut your taxes, roll back regulations. We had a strong economy before the pandemic, and we can have it again, including bringing jobs home from China so they're made in America again. I'm going to fight to make our tax cuts permanent and provide more options for people to have their hard-earned money in their pocket. What Mark Kelly wants is supporting Joe Biden's economic plan, which the Hoover Institute said would slash household incomes by $6,500 a year and lose 5 million jobs. Now, that's just the one they're talking about paying for. There's all sorts of other plans they have that they don't have plans to pay for. So we know taxes will continue to go up. What we don't need right now, as we're trying to rebuild our economy after the pandemic, is the largest tax increase in American history. That's what Mark Kelly is for. That's what I'm against. I'm going to keep fighting to keep taxes low and have economic recovery.
We've heard a lot about your resume as a pilot, same with your opponent. But what about your resume in the Congress, in the House, in the Senate? What has been would you say, what are you most proud of that you've been able to accomplish?
Well, I'm a workhorse. Since I've been in the Senate, I've tied for the most bills signed into law of any senator last year, and was ranked the 6th most bipartisan senator. Look, I look to solve problems for Arizonans. I'm a pragmatic problem solver. My first bill signed into law as a senator was the drought contingency plan. Water is our future here for Arizonans. I mean, I work with Raul Grijalva to get that done, so I'll try and find common ground where we can. I've been leading on efforts to save the A-10 warthog and to support our veterans. My last bill signed into law was for Veterans Treatment Court. This is personal to me. We have so many fellow veterans, I'm a combat veteran myself, who came back with the wounds of war, undiagnosed, untreated. They're taking their own lives, they're getting involved in addiction, and my bill will allow Veterans Treatment Courts to get them the treatment and support and save their lives. And President Trump just recently signed it into law. There's so many other things I've been able to get done. We don't have time to go through them all, but I'm your fighter. I'm going to if I hear a problem, I'm going to deploy to DC. I'm going to fight to solve that problem. You know, some of my bills, for example, solve like a 30-year issue with a federal land that just nobody ever got across the finish line. So I made that happen for local communities, for economic development. So if you want someone who's going to be your fighter, who's a workhorse, who's a problem solver, who's going to continue to fight for freedom and opportunity and safety and security, then I'm your girl. And that's what's at stake in this election. I'm asking for your vote.
Senator, as always, it's great to talk with you, and I know it's a sprint to the finish, so thanks for taking time for my audience.
Absolutely. Everybody get out there, vote for your family, vote for your future, find your polling place, go to myazvote.com to find where your polling place is, drop your ballot off in a secure location. Let's get that vote out. Let's save the country.
Thank you, Senator.